All right, welcome back to the channel. Today I have a new video, and what I'm going to be doing is, as I stated before, I like to do DIYs, painting furniture, making over furniture that sometimes I do keep, I sell, and I use for clients in their homes. This is another piece that I found and I'm going to be making over, and I'm not going to be keeping it. You can see here it is very beautiful in the lines that it has. It's a very traditional piece as it is being shown right now. Like this little detail here on the knobs that has little birds on it. It already stands. It has a pretty color in blue, but it's a little bit too, I call it electric. For me, it's a little too bright of a blue. So I want to mute it down just a little bit. I thought about painting it black, but since I'm not going to be keeping the piece, because that's why one reason why I was thinking of painting it black was maybe I would buy it from myself and keep it, but no, I'm not going to keep the piece. It is great to be used as a vanity as well, because here in between the legs is what you'll notice is it has a good little opening that you can move a chair into and use it as a vanity top, or just place different objects right on top of it, use it as an accent table. To give this a fresh coat of paint, may change out the hardware that is here. I may keep it just the same as it is because of its traditional look that it has. The lines very much sort of a Victorian feel, but it would look great if it was actually stripped down and restained. I'm not going to do all that work. That's a lot of work because of all the detailing that it has within it. So I'm not going to put that much work into the piece. The piece won't sell for an amount that would collectively make it worth my work putting it into it and stripping it down. If I was keeping the piece, yes, I could do something like that because I would like to see it in its natural form. But and I believe it was a very dark oak wood color from the beginning, from what I could see from the distressing that is already going around it. But I'm going to go ahead and give this piece a fresh coat of paint and see how it looks. Here's some of the paint that I already have that I had mixed up previously for another project, and I didn't use the paint already in the blue color. Again, I thought about painting it the black, but again, it's not a color that most people will gravitate towards in their homes. So I'm going to stick with the blue color. I'm not going to paint it white, which I could just go ahead and paint it a white or a cream color. It's a color that normally you see in a lot of homes. In a piece like this, it would be beautiful in a creamy or off-white color, maybe even a beigey color. So this is one of the colors that I have already in my stash. And as you can see here, it's this beautiful shade of blue. In comparison to this blue that is already here on the piece, you can see the difference. This one is a much more brighter blue, a little bit too bright for my liking, a little too bright. Color is something else that you really have to pay attention to if you are a furniture painter or a furniture flipper, and you're going to be buying furniture or finding furniture, however you get your furniture pieces to resell. You have to be very conscious of the colors that you are painting the furniture or repainting, redoing the furniture, because you want to be able to appeal to the masses with the colors that you do choose. So like I said, creams and things like that, they do appeal to the masses when you are painting furniture. And I have this blue here. This is another color of blue, pretty similar to this previous one that I showed. This one is one that I had mixed at Benjamin Moore Paints to have it mixed because it came from the color of a plate. The plate has a bit of a concave to it, so it was hard for them to achieve pulling the color to custom make the color from the plate, which is something I like to do because I like to choose custom colors in different interiors for myself as well as for others. Again, as you see the piece here, it is pretty much smooth all the way around the piece. So it doesn't require a lot of work for me to go in and just moving it around. It's not going to require for me to do an extensive amount of sanding or prep work to get this piece ready to repaint it. So only thing that I'm going to do is go in along the top portion here where it has a bit of a a gouge in it, and I'm going to go ahead and sand it down all the way across the top of it just to get it a little bit smoother. Things like that with old pieces of furniture like this, that is to me character of the piece, because you don't want a piece like this to look like it is fresh. I was going to say fresh off the farm, but fresh out of the store or off the assembly line. It is an old piece. It looks old in all of its detailing, in the shape, the form of the legs with the fluting. So I want to kind of keep that character, but I'm not going to do any of the distressing around it. Before I paint the actual body of the table is remove the always keep all of your hardware together, because again I'm going to go ahead and replace this handle back on here. I'm going to use this multi-surface primer here, back there, and we'll go ahead and open that up. Use my upholstery tool. Great for opening cabinets. Good high hiding white. Use easy soap and water cleanup primer all along the top of the table. And this is what it's looking like after one coat of primer. Again, as I said before, I like to do a color swatch, and this is what it looks like. As you can see, again, against the actual table. And as always, the floor is definitely protected. I'll go ahead and take the paint lid back off the paint. Are painting furniture, you want to use the best brush you can as possible to get a very smooth, even finish. Due to the paint being very close in color, you may not notice the actual difference while I am painting it here on camera, but let's see what it does and looks like. See the difference? I could definitely see the difference in the difference. This is the bottom portion, which just includes the legs and the base down here, and I did paint along the bottom here, and that's just the first coat. Saturate the brush, the roller. I'm using a roller for the top. Once I'm done with the painting, I will go ahead and show you how it looks styled up. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you all for the next one. And don't forget, all of the pillows that you see in the video are linked below in the description box. Designs by Chanel Etsy shop.